my friends? It is Stasia and welcome back to my channel. So today is kicking off week 3 of the Back to Kindle Readathon. I can't believe we're already over halfway through. It makes me sad, but seeing all of the interactions and everything in the Discord just makes me so happy. I'm gonna be so sad when it ends. But anyways, week 3, so if you watched week 2, we finished off with me currently reading. I mean hardly, I think I was like 5 to 10% in, but it was Help Me Remember by Cory Michaels. And kind of bad, I am here to do an update because I read a lot today. And by a lot, I mean that I'm already 73% into the book. So we're doing a little bit of a late update instead of 50, but yeah, I think that just goes to show that I'm really enjoying it. I'm loving this book. I'm eating it up. So let me give you a little bit about the book. So this book follows our two main characters, Brielle and Spencer. So the book starts and she wakes up in the hospital in pain, and the thing is she suffered from a brain injury from like an entire event that happened with her brother. And because of that brain injury, she actually has amnesia and cannot remember anything from the past 3 years of her life. So she's trying to like jog her memory, figure out what's going on, but our main man Spencer was actually her boyfriend turned fiance, and that all happened in the span of like 9 months before this incident happened. So he's kind of struggling with that because her brother actually dies in the event, but since she's the only one who is there, they're trying to have her jog her memories to see if she can recall who was there and who actually did this crime and murdered her brother, basically. But the issue with that is no one can tell her. So Spencer can't say like, I was the person you were with, and Brielle is just getting like really frustrated. She doesn't know what to do. These memories come and go and she can't really piece anything concrete together. So we're basically following the story of Briella. They call her Brie. So we're basically following Brie and Spencer as they're trying to figure everything out and help Brie with her memories, while Spencer is also like, I just want to tell her everything so that we can get back to where we were. But yeah, there are some side characters. Another thing about this romance though is it's a little bit taboo. So Spencer's kind of struggling with himself because he has no one to talk to about like missing Brie knowing them, because they actually kept it a secret for 2 reasons. One is because Brie's brother is Spencer's best friend, and 2, there is like an age gap between them. I think it's I could be completely wrong, but for some reason I'm recalling it being somewhere around 8 years or something like that. So there's the age gap and the fact that that's her brother's best friend, so they kind of kept it on the down low, so nobody actually knows that that's who Brie was seeing before everything went down. So all in all, that's the story, and yeah, so I'm really enjoying it. I love Brie as a character. Like I see how she's getting like frustrated and she just wants to know everything, but we also get some of the perspectives in Spencer's like point of view, so we can also see that he's super frustrated, and you can tell how much he like really cares for her and just wants her to remember them. So there's like a whole bunch of drama, and I thought that I didn't like amnesia like trope books, but I actually don't mind this one too much. I think I don't like amnesia when literally nobody knows what's happening, but because Spencer and the side characters know about Brie and she's like the only one with amnesia, then I think that's why I like it a little bit more. But like I said, I'm really enjoying Spencer. I'm rooting for him. I want them to be endgame, but honestly, I have no idea where this is going to go. And like I said, I'm already 73% in, so that's like a little over 25% of the way to go, and there's so much to still be solved. I have no idea how I'm going to feel. I have no idea if this is a series. I'm hoping it's not, so it doesn't end on a cliffhanger, but lots of questions, lots of things going on, but I am enjoying it. So I'll probably update this again tomorrow morning, maybe, but definitely at some point tomorrow, because I'm definitely going to finish this book soon, and then we can talk about what I'll be reading next. Hello, my friends. Good morning. Wanted to hop on really quick because it's Friday morning. I do have to head to work in like half an hour or something, but I wanted to hop on because this morning I tried to finish it last night, but I crashed at like 80 something percent. But anyways, this morning I ended up finishing Help Me Remember by Cory Michaels. I loved it. So I gave this book 5 stars. It was amazing. Bree and Spencer, their story was just honestly so fun. It is very suspenseful. There is a lot of questions that you're getting answered, and it could be a frustrating book for some people because there is like the amnesia trope, but I thought it was done very well because our side characters also knew like what was going on. They kind of knew some things about her, so not everything was like completely lost. But I love Spencer. I was rooting for him and Bree the entire time. I thought Bree was such a great heroine. Like, she was very like strong, but it was also very hard for her because she's also grieving. So it was like a whole thing, but I really loved it. Gave it 5 stars. Definitely going to look more into Cory Michaels in the future for her books. So that was that. Very much loved. So now an update on what I'm reading. So what I'm currently reading, so I haven't actually started any of these, but I'm going to start them today while I'm at work. So the first book I'm reading is Breaking the Speed Limit by Melanie Moreland, and that is going to be my first book for author backlist. And then the second book that I'm reading is The Deal Maker by Jessica Peterson, and that is going to be my second book for ARC/Borrowed. Yeah, so those are my 2 current reads. Nothing's actually started yet, but I will hop back on and update you guys when I'm at 50% through either of them. Hello, friends. It's been a minute since I updated. It's already Tuesday morning, but this weekend I just did not get a lot of reading done. So, yeah, so happy Tuesday. I am hoping to make some progress today, but I am popping on because I do have an update. I am now 50% into The Deal Maker by Jessica Peterson, I believe, and I am enjoying it. So far it's been like enemies to lovers, workplace romance, gunning for the same promotion type of thing. But now I think something has just happened where it's going to be like a forced proximity situation, which I really love a good forced proximity, so I am excited to see where that goes. I am curious to see how we're going to get there in the end because I'm pretty sure it's like in happily ever after. So I'm curious to see how we're gonna get there because as of right now, both of our main characters are not entirely there. I do like them both for different reasons, but we'll need to see when they start to reason with each other. And then other than that, I'm still reading Breaking the Speed Limit, but I don't quite have an update yet because I'm only 25% in. But like I said, hoping to make progress on both today, so hopefully when I come home from work, I will have more of an update for you guys. Hello, quick update. It is still Tuesday. I just got home from work, but I did want to pop on really quick and give you guys an update because while I was at work, I got to 50% of Breaking the Speed Limit by Melanie Moreland, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm already kind of familiar with these characters since I've read book 1 and 3 in this series. But our main characters are Stefano and Gabby. I actually don't know Gabby's story, so I am curious to see when she's going to come out with all of that. As always, I love Stefano. He has a really big Italian family, and I always love looking at those scenes. Gabby has a son who is 5. His name is Theo, and he is keeping things very entertaining as any normal 5-year-old would. He's asking all the questions. He has no filter, so it's very fun to see. I'm loving seeing Gabby and Stefano now when they're not like official, because in book 3 we see them official. So I am excited to see how we're going to get to that point. So far, really enjoying it. Like, I love all of these books in these series. So yeah, that's pretty much all my thoughts for now, and I'll update you guys again when I finish the book. Hello, my friends. I'm here with an update. It is Thursday afternoon. And yeah, so last I updated, I think I was at 50% of breaking the speed limit. I think I just reached 50% there, and I updated you guys, hopefully I updated you guys that I finished the other book. What was the other book? Okay, so last I updated, I should have told you guys that I finished the Deal Maker and I was 50% into breaking the speed limit. So now I'm here to tell you that this morning I ended up finishing breaking the speed limit. Absolutely loved it. I love this series. I can't wait for the 4th book. But this series was, this book was great. I gave it 5 stars. I really loved Gabby and Stefano, and like just seeing how dedicated Stefano was to her and how he was just so willing to protect her and also take Theo, her son, into his life. I just thought that was just so great, and I loved him for it. But yeah, I gave it 5 stars. I love seeing all of the other characters. Again, the characters always just feel like such a family, and I really love that for them. I know that Gabby had a lot of stuff going on. I wasn't sure how I felt about that resolution with that, but I'm okay with it. But yeah, so I really liked Gabby and Stefano's story. Can't really tell you guys much else without spoiling it, but I guess I'll tell you guys a little bit about the book. So the book starts with Gabby, or Stefano, and he works in like a auto repair shop, but it also does like restorations and stuff. And one day he's driving down the road and he sees this woman, Gabby, trying to change her tire, but obviously since that's like literally his job, he gets over to the side to help her, and like immediately they kick it off. Like, he loves her wit and fast humor and all of that stuff. So all of that happens, and yeah, that's pretty much all I could tell you. So that was that. Now I'm reading 2 books. I'm not sure what prompts they're going for anymore. I'm just reading them because they're on my Kindle. But the 2 books that I'm now reading is Power Play by Amelia Wilde, which I have no idea what that's about. But I'm like 5% into that one. And then I'm also reading Ever Mine by Laura Pavlov. And this is the 2nd book in the Honey Mountain series. I read the first book, Always Mine, I believe is what it's called, and gave that 5 stars. So I am also here to tell you, because I reached 50% of Ever Mine while I was at work. I'm super enjoying it. So this follows our 2 main characters, Everly and Hawk. So in high school, they were in like a super solid relationship, but a lot happens and they end up breaking up as Hawk goes out to play like professionally for hockey. And then something happens in his career that kind of brings him back home, because he seems to be like in some sort of rut. And Everly ended up being a sports psychologist. So she was hired to kind of like help him figure out like the root of the problem and why he's in this rut. So they're working very closely together. This is obviously a second chance romance. So far I'm really liking it. I am enjoying learning more about Everly's character because the first book actually followed her sister Vivian. So I am enjoying learning more about Everly. She is a very like complex character. She has a lot going on internally. So she's trying to figure that out. Hawk is also great. I do like their banter. You can see like they're very comfortable with each other. It's like easy, but obviously in romance novels it's never actually easy. So obviously there's some problems going on and things like that, but so far I am really enjoying it. And yeah, so at that note, I will actually end the vlog here so I can start my week 4. So, hello, it is Thursday the 23rd, and we are kicking off the last week of Back to Kindle. I cannot believe how fast this month went by. But yeah, so I'm sitting in the exact same place that my week 3 ended. If you have not watched that, I'll leave it above and below for you to catch up on what I've been reading. But other than that, yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and dive in right now. Tell you guys where I'm leaving off, or where I left off on vlog 3, and then we'll go from there. So where I left off on vlog 3 was that I am currently reading 2 books. The first of which is Power Play by Amelia Wilde, and I'm only about 5% into that one. And then the second book that I'm reading is Ever Mine, and that is by Laura Pavlov, and I am 50% into that one. So with that being said, we just came on to kick off the vlog, and yeah, so I'll be back when I have an update, either when I finish Evermine or when I'm 50% into Power Play. Hello, good morning. It is Monday morning, the last week of June, and I think that's pretty crazy, but I wanted to pop on really quick because I wanted to give an update. I did a decent amount of reading this weekend. I finished an arc for The Stranger in Seat 8B by Nikki Castle. That comes out tomorrow on the 28th, I believe, so I'll post my review then. But all in all, I really enjoyed it. Gave it 5 stars. I ended up using that for Hyped, and I used that for the prompt of Hyped, even if it's an arc, because the author herself, like, she's really popular. So I know that the arc of her novella that's coming out tomorrow, I know that lots of people are looking forward to that, so I went ahead and counted it for that. And yeah, so that is all I ended up reading this weekend, but I did also get to 50% of Power Play by Amelia Wilde, and I am enjoying that one. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about our main man, Gabriel, but this basically follows our 2 main characters, Gabriel and Elise, and they don't like each other, because they're both like rich, but something went on with like their parents, and now Gabriel's parents have passed, and he kind of blames Elise's family. But Elise is also kind of estranged from her family. She gave up the wealth and all of that. She didn't want any of that, and she kind of went out on her own. So now we're trying to kind of figure out what actually happened with Gabriel's parents, and it is like a enemies to lovers, so eventually that'll come into play. But as of the 50% mark, you can kind of see like there's interest there, but nothing has been like outwardly stated like, hey, kind of like you or something like that. But all in all, I am enjoying it. It is a quick read. Gabriel's okay. Like I said, don't know how I feel about him. I do like Elise, but she's also like a virgin heroine, so like that is also going to be a big thing, I believe. So anyways, yeah, that is that. Overall, enjoying it. I'll probably hopefully finish Power Play while I'm at work today, and then I will update you guys when I get home with my thoughts on that. And I'm also still reading Summertime by I'm not sure who that's from, but I'll put it here. But I'm currently reading this as well, but I'm only about like 10% in, so not too far in to give you guys any thoughts or anything like that. But I'm excited to see how that goes as well. So any updates that I have, I will either update while I'm at work or when I get home from work. We'll see how I'm feeling. So that is it for now, and hopefully I can squeeze in all of these books before the month ends. Hello, my friends. It has been a little bit, but I really need to wrap this vlog up because it's already very much after June has finished. We are about a week into July. Long story short, I got sick and everything just turned into a mess, and I didn't get all the progress I wanted, but it's fine. It is what it is. So when we last checked in, I believe I was reading 2 books, which was Power Play and Summertime, I believe. So the good news is that I finished Power Play and I really enjoyed that. I gave it 4.5 stars. I thought that it was a bit slow moving. If I'm being completely honest, I don't actually remember much of the book. I know I enjoyed it. It was Amelia Wilde. What was this? Oh, okay, I do remember what the book is about. Sorry, but yeah, so I do believe I gave it 4 stars. Did I 5-star it? Not sure. But yeah, so all in all, I enjoyed it. I do agree that it did start a little slow at first. I wasn't entirely sure what was going to happen or what was going to come out of the book and the situation, but it ended up coming together really nicely. And Summertime, I am ashamed to say that I'm still reading, but I will get through it eventually. I'm over 50% of the way in now, but yeah, you know, it just hasn't really been great for me reading wise. You guys can probably hear it. I hope you guys can't hear it as much as I can hear it, but I'm still really congested, still kind of recovering from this little bump in the road. So if you don't know what Summertime is about, it is about a girl, but she has like a famous dad. Her dad is like this big time movie producer. So it's like her summer, she's graduated college, so she goes out to like LA or something, where her dad is living, hoping to kind of get to know him a little bit because her parents are not together. But that doesn't really go to plan because she gets there and her dad has like plans for her. Leads to like work for him. But one thing leads to another. She ends up falling in love with some people on the set. Well, she's in love with one and she's fake dating another, so it's like kind of a messy situation. But it's not very like love triangle. I don't know. I don't think it's a love triangle. Like, I don't see it as a love triangle. But yeah, so that's what's going on there. I am enjoying it. It is a quick read, super short chapters. I just have not been in the mental capacity to literally read anything. I've read like 2 pages at a time. But I am hoping that I will finish that book soon at some point. But yeah, so that is pretty much it. I'm so sorry that this vlog sucked. But I did some reading, I think. I don't know. We'll see how much content I actually have when I edit. I might end up combining week 3 and 4, depending on how things go. But with that being said, I thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry for the little bumps in the road, and it probably wasn't as entertaining and successful as I wanted it to be. Before I popped off, I did want to tell you guys how much books I am at now for my unread. It kind of sucks because I said that I wanted to make a lot of progress, and while I did read a lot of books, I also get new arcs as fast as I read all my books. So it doesn't like show in the number, but I read a lot. I think I did. Okay, so now my unread is at 368. take that as you will. I don't actually know what that means because I don't know what I started at. And my phone is dead, so I cannot go back and look at what I said in week 1. But that's that. That's how many books I have left on my Kindle. But yeah, so Back to Kindle was so much fun. I really enjoyed it. I always love hosting things with Rylan. She's literally my bestie. So we will be back with Back to Kindle for sure in December. But that will be our 2-week version, and then we'll be back next year. Maybe we will spice it up, do a little bit in between. We're not entirely sure, but it is something that we're talking about. So I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next one. You can like, comment, and subscribe down below if you'd like all of my socials to follow me anywhere else or in the description. As always, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!